Good day, gorgeous, sexy, soulful mamas. It is Wisdom Wednesday, and today I want to give you some helpful tips and insights on how you can work with times in life when you feel like nothing is going your way, and you feel like you're constantly getting blocked, or you're working towards something and it's just not working out the way that you want it to or you hoped it would. And believe me, I've been there, and there are definitely times in life that just feel like that, especially as a busy mom, right? So the first thing that I would say to do in a feng shui way is to consider cleaning. Cleaning actually has this ability to make you feel limitless, right? So it's really about removing obstacles, literal obstacles in your home. And I mean, if you can imagine, if there are any places in your home where you constantly feel like you're getting frustrated, maybe you're opening a cabinet door to get something and everything falls out, right? So that's going to like add to this feeling of things in your life not working the way that you would like them to. So I would say pay attention to any areas in the home that you frequently maneuver, and you find this feeling of frustration and blockage coming up. So it could be, pots and pans or something, like things that you use on a regular basis that you're noticing that you're having trouble getting to. But the other really most important thing to pay attention to is your front door, your entryway. Okay, if you live in a house, you want to make sure that it's easy to find you. It's easy to find your front door. So you want to sweep away any dust or anything that is accumulating to get to your door, which represents the opportunities coming to your life, flowing with ease towards you. So removing any blockages along that path is going to open up spaciousness for more positive chi to enter your life and to not get this kind of stunted chi, right? And you can also wipe down your doors. Actually give it a little clean. You can use some apple cider vinegar, and wipe down the doors, which is energetically cleaning the entryway. Consider the lighting around the entryway, right? So having really good lighting outside of your home actually signals to intruders that's not a place they want to go. They prefer dark spaces, right? So symbolically, when you add lights, proper lighting to your entryway, you're actually calling forth more positive chi, and you're protecting yourself from intrusion, symbolically and in reality, right? Because curbside appeal actually repels intruders. This is like scientifically proven. All right, so that's, sometimes science actually matches feng shui. Actually, a lot of times, but I'm gonna move forward. You want to also make sure that the bedroom door is clear of any obstacles as well. So you just make sure that your door can open at least 90 degrees, and pay attention to what is behind your door. Or if you have things like shoes hanging on your door, that is weighing it down. I actually did a consultation once with somebody who had shoes hanging at the back of the door, and the door, couldn't open fully, and her bed was also like up against a wall, and she was so stressed out in her work. She was not happy. And what was interesting was shortly after that consultation, she actually left. She actually, moved out of that home. And so it was kind of like that space was a pressure cooker for her, and she couldn't even stay there. Okay, so having a lot of blockages, having things fall down from a door because, you're opening it and, things are not stable, that's going to create that feeling of instability in your life as well as obstacles. So definitely pay attention to your bedroom door, which is the biggest representation of you and your life and your entryway, and have really good lighting in those areas. The other thing that I want to talk about that I briefly mentioned is the placement of your bed or your desk. Really significant, because you want to have energy flowing all around you when you're sleeping and when you're working. You don't want to have any obstacles, and you want to symbolically be saying to, anything that you're trying to call forth in your life is that you have the ability to make space for what you would like to have more of. So when you're in your bed, you want to make sure that you have space on both sides of the bed, that it's not completely against the wall. And you want to make sure that you are in your power position, which means that you can see the door from where you're sleeping, and that you have the widest view of the room. And when it comes to your bed, you want to remove anything under your bed that is not related to sleep. So removing sharp items, anything that is emotionally charged, like old photos of an ex-partner, or papers, anything that's work related, like you just want to remove that from your bed, because having that space all around you is giving the message to the world that there's space for beautiful new things to come your way. Okay, you want to do the same thing with your desk. You want to be able to see the widest view of the room and have the door within your sight, and you want to have space on both sides of your desk as well. So again, you're getting every possible opportunity coming your way, and it makes a big difference in your nervous system because you feel in control. You are in the steering wheel of your life. Okay. The other factor, another factor that could contribute to feeling blocked or stuck is actually being in a space where there is an excessive amount of earth chi. So being surrounded by lots of big, bulky, big, bulky furniture that's, everything is brown, maybe your walls are tan, like maybe everything around you has this kind of like brown or yellow, or just a lot of heavy chi, heavy energy, heavy objects, where there isn't a lot of space to move freely. Now that can leave you feeling stuck as opposed to feeling grounded. And what we want to do is feel grounded, grounded with a feeling of expansion at the same time. So the way to work with excess earth chi is, fire, lights, candles, action. Bring in more of the fire element into that space, because that fire element does feed the earth chi, but it also lights up, right? Lights you up. So making sure that your space has great lighting, bringing in the color red, bringing in some candles, bringing in triangular shapes, bringing in some prayer flags, which have like a movement, they have like a flowy quality to them. That can help to break up any of that stagnant chi, which also brings me to the wood element. Wood controls earth, because when you think of a plant, a seed that's growing, it's pushing through that dirt. It's breaking up the soil. So wood has the power to break up stagnant chi, and it signals growth in your life, and opportunity goes along with growth, right? So you can bring more plants into your space. And a great place to focus on bringing plants in is the wealth and abundance corner. Now, what I want to say about this in particular, in relationship to being a female, being a mom, if you're feeling that stuck chi, you can bring in a rosemary plant. Now, rosemary represents strong female energy in the home. It is a plant that actually can help regulate a woman's cycle, helps with fertility. And just smelling a rosemary plant actually helps to reduce cortisol. So it has a very, a calming effect to your nervous system. If you're in a state where you feel like nothing is working, I can imagine that you're gonna feel a certain amount of stress. So bringing in a rosemary plant and placing it in your wealth corner is going to strengthen you as a woman. It's going to represent more opportunities and abundance in your life. And it's also going to help to improve your feeling of self-esteem, and abundance also has a lot to do with feeling gratitude, being grateful for what you already have. And I would tie that with the action of every night when you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, writing a list of 3 things that you feel grateful for in your life, 3 things that were a win for you in the day that passed, and 3 things that you want to focus on for the next day. And this is really training your brain to focus on what it is that's going well and what it is that you want. So keeping your eye on the prize. I know this can be really difficult to do in trying times, but it helps to counteract those negative, self-doubting thoughts, right? Because we are trained really well to be in survival mode, right? And focus on what's not going well as a way to protect our states. And we think it's protecting ourselves. So doing this on a regular basis, I know I do this every single day myself. I wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm working towards waking up at 5 in the morning so I can do this even more. But I focus every single day on something that I felt like a win to me, something that really, it could be the smallest thing that makes me feel grateful, and what I need to focus on today to move towards the goal that I'm working on. So I hope that you found some of these tips helpful. You don't have to do them all, but I'd say try one. Try one of these things and see how it shifts your chi and what's coming your way. And, send me a message, give me a heart. Let me know what's the one thing that you're gonna try out and see how it helps. And I will look forward to hearing from you, and have a blessed, beautiful day, mamas.